Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play one test game for each one. In the
And we've got time for a quick, a little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at the Kings. They would be at the golf course if the playoffs happened today, looking to make a final push. And, of course, the San Antonio Spurs, 2 spots down.
And when you look at Sacramento, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught-in-the-middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bielitsa, and it's Holmes in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Spurs, we've got Murray, DeRozan out there with Pirtle, then it's White, and it's Walker in at the 3 spot. A lot of different styles of basketball, and, we're talking about Coach of the Year here. What style of coach did you prefer to play for?
Well, I just want a coach that was honest, that held everyone accountable, and allowed us to get out and run. You want a coach that believes in the talent that he has and doesn't hamper anyone's skill set, doesn't hold anyone back based upon their offensive philosophy. The game is changing, so hopefully you have a coach that is flexible. Hopefully you have a coach that is forward-thinking, and you have a coach that says, let it fly. That might be the most important skill set of a coach, in my opinion. One that says, hey, you got an open shot, you better take it.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a poor effort defensively. That's going to be an easy bucket if he doesn't get his hand to that pass. Well defended.
Bucket is good.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4-for-4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
Outside, Fox. The 3 from Bogdanovich. No good on that one. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Nowadays, the 3-point shot is huge. They were fired from outside.
Here's Bielitsa following the 3-pointer by San Antonio. Hit his leg. And it's whistled a kick. On defense, San Antonio. They lead by 7. Holmes passes to Bogdanovich to stop the run. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Pirtle. Gay comes in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for White. And it's Mills in for Murray. Healed with the bucket. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Here's Fox after Rudy Gay's bucket. Gay with the defensive effort.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Zeller passes to Gay. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Oh, in position.
Like the form Hield has. Excellent at getting his feet under him before he shoots.
1:19 left here in the first quarter. Here is Forbes, covered by Hield. Gay against Bielitsa. Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Bellinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Giles checked in for Len. Jabari Parker comes in for Bielitsa. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Barnes. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox. Now here's Parker. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And there's the pass to Zeller. Good D by Parker. The Kings trail by 7. Oh, the lob to Parker. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Threat to throw it down on the alley. Parker's size and sense of timing, I mean, it helped him out right there.
And Bellinelli kicks to Mills. With 4 seconds on the clock, they get it back. Zeller lays it up and banks it in.
Some perseverance from the big fella. Zeller hanging in there to collect the second chance point.
And so it's San Antonio heading to the bench. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact.
The people shamed him.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Sacramento, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Giles is out there with Parker, and it's Bazemore at the 3 spot. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Here's Murray. Got a piece of it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul. Spurs making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Sacramento. Murray against Joseph. Kicks it out to Bogdanovic. Back to Joseph. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Bazemore. There's the triple. And it's Gay with the rebound. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Oh, yeah, the guys, they need to lead the way. They spend far too much time on the bench. I mean, they'll be more careful tonight.
Back to Parker, and stolen by Gay. Pass to Bellinelli. Spurs passing it around. Chris, there are guys that talk a lot of trash on the floor. You played against some legendary trash talkers. Who stands out in that area when you think back to when you played?
And I tell you what, the two guys that are on my mind, they definitely can talk trash with the best of all time, and that's Pat Beverly. We've seen what he does. He just keeps coming and coming and coming. And that guy, Day, Draymond Green, the one that plays out there in Golden State, oh, yeah, he has a mouth on him, too. I think you heard him.
And when you played, who was the best trash talker back in your day?
By far, Larry Bird and Gary Payton. Those two guys would talk trash that so much that you would get entertained into their talking and be like, well, what are you going to say next? I'm having a good time out here. It was always in fun, but trust me, they always wanted to stick that dagger into you, too.
And you couldn't hide a smile either. They started getting you going. You could not hide a smile.
I couldn't, and that was my thing. I talked trash while I was smiling, so maybe no one else knew what I was saying but you. But those guys, they keep you laughing out there. They talk trash about you, themselves. After they missed the shot, they would talk themselves down or talk to a fan that was talking to them. So it was always entertaining. The best trash talkers talk to everyone, not just to their opponent.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
He gets it in there. DeRozan's got 8 points.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Fox passes to Parker. Back to Fox. Shoots the 3. He's off on that one. And the Spurs going the other way now. Out to the wing. White finds Pirtle. And here's DeRozan. Now Murray. Pirtle, the pass to Murray. Pirtle trying to get open. And it goes down 2 points. Murray's got his second bucket of the night. Outside, Fox. Buries the long-range jumper.
This is the next step for Fox. I mean, he's sharpening his outside shot. He's becoming a major threat from there.
Here's Murray. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Alex Len picks one up.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young. He still has a very bright future.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Pirtle. Sacramento also making some changes. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Len. Bielitsa comes in for Jabari Parker. And Hield subbed in for Bogdanovich. Back to Hield. Clock at 6. From 10 feet out, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And it's in there. 10 points for DeMar DeRozan.
I didn't see that pass coming. Zeller setting the table with precision. I mean, it's good work by the big fella.
And a close game so far through the first.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you. It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They are leading by 4. Kenny? Well, and that.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
We've got DeRozan. DeJounte Murray is out there with White. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Walker in at the small forward position. That's the San Antonio 5. The Kings trail by 4. Bogdanovich finds Bielitsa. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bielitsa's got his first points in this one. And DeRozan. Here we go. Outside, Walker fires from deep. Drills it from outside. And the Spurs lead by 5.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Spurs with some changes. Gay comes in for Lonnie Walker. And it's Mills in for Murray. Right side, Fox. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Well, I like the imagination Fox brings to the court every game. He just finds a way to get himself going.
Hey, Chris, there's a lot to like for this Kings franchise right now. Fans have got to be excited about their future.
Yeah, and credit my man Vlade in the front office for rebuilding. They got lots of great young talent, and they've kept their picks. The team should be a big factor in the West in the coming years.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. The drive by Barnes. From past the arc. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Fox.
That makes them 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far. Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Come on, kid. That's just Barnes showing off right now. Do you realize the strength it required to convert that and one?
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Zeller is checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Bryn Forbes in for White. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Giles comes in for Bielitsa. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Passes it to Bellinelli. To the inside. Mills can't hit.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Buddy Hield, he's checked in for the Kings. Fox comes in for Corey Joseph. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills, now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
And that one's good by Gay.
And Gay is surprisingly finessing the paint. A real offensive juggernaut.
Fox looking it over. Len finds Hield. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Spurs with some changes. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Zeller. And Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. And that one drops. Hield's got the lead up to 1 now for the Kings.
Are using a good combination of size and strength. Hield muscles through the defense beautifully.
Chalk up 2 there. DeRozan's got 6 points in the quarter.
But this game would have a different look if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, 100% from the field for him.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which players have had the most success from the stripe this month. You take a look at Hield, 2nd in the NBA. So great from the line. And, of course, Patty Mills doing just as much. Also absolutely fantastic from the free throw line.
They have both been unconscious from the free throw line. I mean, you could put a blindfold on them, and it wouldn't matter.
Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for San Antonio. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for DeRozan.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
The Kings trail by 3. There's 47 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. And it's Giles missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Walker. Len grabs the board. Len's got 4 rebounds in this game. Hield attacking.
Oh, no doubt that Buddy Hield can shoot with the best of them. But it's encouraging watching him share the wealth as well.
And Murray's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Inside, it's going by Hield. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. That one falls.
Come on, you talk about resiliency. I mean, Fox felt the contact but refused to back down.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Here is Forbes. Hurdle. No good on the last second attempt there. A big-time effort for... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Bielitsa is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Holmes in at the 5 spot.
Can't forget about Fox's vertical. He can really get up to throw it down.
Kept alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. The pass to Bielitsa. And Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Derek White's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Spurs on defense, trailing by 2, and it's Hield off the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And both free throws good for White.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Here's Fox. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
He's far from a shooter. I mean, Fox also has the ability to burn you from this area, too.
Hurdle. Can't cash in from close range. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Hurdle. That's foul number 2 for him. Kings leading now by 4. Left side Fox. Pulls up on the wing. And the whistle blows. And it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Well, he thought he could slip by there and grab the board, but got too much body and gets called for going over the back.
Well, I see what he was going for. It was a gamble on his part, but then you've got to live with the results.
San Antonio making a switch here. Mills is checked in. That's good from Fox on the assist from Bogdanovich. Now it's a 6-point Sacramento lead. White against Bogdanovich. This one for 3. Rebounded by Holmes. Kings have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Fox lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Fox has got 8 points in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Mills can't hit. Kings have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Outside, Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Really at the right play.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and Involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. But double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Thank you, David. The elites and misses.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
And here's Barnes for three. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got assist number 5 here tonight. Chris, at that free throw line, there's a lot of chirping, isn't there, among the players around the lane. It just seems like their mouths are always moving. A lot of chirping.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, for the ones that aren't sucking there and aren't tired, they're talking to each other. It's the only real break in action, and there's times, too, you get to see what has happened a few of the plays before, so you get to bust the guy up on some jokes or just flat out talking trash. And sometimes guys are saying, I hate to tell you this, but sometimes the guys are going, man, listen, I'm so tired. He's going to make this free throw. Don't push me too hard on this. I got to get respect.
They say that.
Oh, yeah. Especially to the guys. I remember saying that to Ben Wallace one time. He was my rookie, and I was like, listen, you know Legs is going to make this free throw, man. Don't push me all over the basket.
What was the response?
He pushed me into the basket.
Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Walker.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Both shots good from the stripe. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Fox. That three off the mark. And so White will bring it up for San Antonio. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. That's tipped. They retain possession. Nobody near Barnes. Walker with the rebound. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's DeRozan. Up and in on the layup.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores. Just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
They kick out to Hield. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Hield is so quick on the drive, blasting through the defense, easily getting all the way to the cup.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
So it's San Antonio now. 9-point game. And finished off by DeRozan.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
With a chance to ice the game, he's got perfect focus at the line. Now, you could put this one in the books.
Giles, the pass to Farrell.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it this week.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. A solid win on the road. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
Can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low.
The mighty Mississippi River carved. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at Memphis. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And, of course, the Kings, a couple spots below.
And I think for Sacramento, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bialitz, and it's Holmes in at the 5. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. To the paint, and stolen by Bialitz. And here comes the break. Lobbed up there for Barnes. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, Fox with the eyes and ears up that time. Good vision to facilitate.
Now here's Morant. Guarded by Fox. From deep. Brooks misses.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Now here's Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
Valanciunas in the high post. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field.
The culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac along with Peja Stojakovic, two of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired. Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet, only 1 of 4 from the field.
They get the rebound. Fox dishes to Bogdanovich. Back to Fox. Outside Bogdanovich. Clock is at 3. The three-pointer off the mark. And Brett, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Bialitz. 14 points from him the last game against New Orleans.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim. What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Hield. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running. Yes. You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis to get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. The Kings getting the bucket. Allen for 3. The rebound by Giles. Kings leading now by 4. Here's Hield, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And really, for a long
long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
Here's Bazemore following the score by Memphis. Down low, they swipe it. Pass to Clark. And then Clark slams it in.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
Parker's checked in for Len. The Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job. Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play. Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbounds.
Allen surveying the D. To the inside. Jang, the pass to Melton. Launches it. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. King. And so good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching from the Kings, guys.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
On the court for Sacramento, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Giles is out there with Jabari Parker, and it's Bazemore at the small forward position. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball after the miss from Buddy Hield. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Clark, the pass to Melton. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Sacramento grabs the miss. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, Hield showing some confidence there in the fast break with the jump shot. Just puts his head down and powers his way into that shot.
Here's Melton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Clark for three. A three-pointer is right on target. Clark's got 8 points.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Pass to Bazemore. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. Morant comes in for Grayson Allen. Some changes for Sacramento. On the wing, Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Fox. It's Clark with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And that one's good. Morant.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
A three from Bogdanovich. Drops in the tray. And the Kings lead by 3.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does, mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and deter a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
Sacramento making a switch here. Len's checked in. And so Fox will bring it up for the Kings. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with a win.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, without the scoring they got from that second unit, that is not a game they would have won. They needed every one of those points that they got off the bench. He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
The rebound by Anderson.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Bogdanovich, no luck.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Brooks for 3, and the Grizzlies get it back. Here's Anderson. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming the shot at the rim.
Now, here's Fox. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Grizzlies making the shot. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Great shooting off the pass. Get the feet set. Good balance. Bogdanovich dangerous.
Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Parker comes in for Bielitsa, and it's Buddy Hield in for Bogdanovich. Joseph, he's checked in for Fox. Jackson against Barnes. Joseph, the pass to Hield. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Here's Morant. From down in the low post, it goes. Morant's got 12.
Anderson has great vision.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to for the Grizzlies. The first quarter was pretty even. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50%. And that'll...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Now, here's Fox. He's guarded closely. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Bogdanovich wide open. And another three for Sacramento.
I think he's just going to get more and more confident from behind the arc and become a more consistent scorer in this league as time goes by.
Jackson finds Anderson, pulls it from 20. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. He has 6.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Finding more and more ways as De'Aaron Fox to score the basketball. That time gets contact.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Ring shot on the way, and that one's good. Morant's got 16.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Fox passes to Bogdanovich. Barnes. The shot, no good. And Memphis the other way now.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Jackson kicks to Morant. No good on the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the dunk by Barnes. And Brent, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide, rather than what we see today at 12 feet. That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. It's deflected. They get it back. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Banked in off the glass. He's got 6.
Pretty good floor awareness from Barnes there. When the break is on, he knows how to get out, get wide, and run.
Morant passes to Jackson, but he gets it back. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Morant dishes to Brooks. Here's Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Takes the 3. You can't get that one. The Kings trail by 4.
Memphis foul. That's his second personal foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Parker passes to Bazemore. All alone. And the shot goes in. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Here's Clark. He's covered by Bazemore.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. And that one falls for Clark. Here's Fox. 10 points for him. We've got 1:08 left here in the third quarter. Oh, that's blocked.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan. Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Melton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first. Good on both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
The Kings trail by 9. Fox kicks to Parker. To halt the run. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And again, Memphis no good. For Sacramento, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Here's Bazemore. Allen with the rebound. Memphis leading by 9. Here's Clark. And it's Clark slamming it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And the dunk by Parker.
How about that? Parker taking the contact and still connecting on the tough field goal attempt. That's some strength.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. 12 seconds left to play in the third. Parker with the steal. On the wing, Hield. And the dunk by Len.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Oh, to beat the clock. God, what a play.
That is fun.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Grizzlies out in front, up 8. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court right now for the Kings. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Giles is out there with Bialys, and it's Len in at the 5.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Morant. Yep, that one goes. Morant's got 20 points.
Proving how dominant he can be. When Morant is shooting with confidence, it really allows him to take over.
Hield can't hit. Memphis leading by 8. Here's Brooks to the middle. Here's Morant. Rebound by the Kings. Giles has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Hield shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Hield plays with such drive and intensity at all times that you just can't help but create a foul shot with that opportunity.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Harrison Barnes comes in for Giles.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for the Kings. Here's Fox, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Here's Clark. He can't get it to go. Good D by Barnes. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
And the Grizzlies leading by 6. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And stolen by Barnes. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Good work there as it goes. 12 points for De'Aaron Fox.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Brooks, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Out to Brooks from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now a 9-point Grizzly lead.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Bogdanovich passes to Bielitsa. Three-pointer. Grizzlies with the rebound. Valanciunas has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And that one's good by Clark.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
Brooks on the double team. Fox kicks to Barnes. And the pass to Bielitsa. To the paint. Here's Holmes. And nothing is falling for him right now. Brooks against Bogdanovich. Morant with a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Kings trail by 11. Shoots from the elbow. Here's Fox. Barnes up top. Stolen by Anderson. Morant with it. But now by Barnes. And it's Clark slamming it down.
And when Clark is on fire, he stays aggressive. You got to love how this young fella is willing to dominate game.
Memphis leading by 13. And Brooks, here we go. With that miss, he is now 4 for 7 from the field.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Grizzlies.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. Got a piece of it.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's Morant. The shot's good.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Inside, Clark, the pass to Anderson. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Shoots a fader. Valanciunas, good. And the Grizzlies lead by 19.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
same time. Who been a plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face, so get it, hold up. Ooh, that's good, need a minute, need a play to revive, let's get a shot pressing. Now you say what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss often. No look, I had to pop.
The state capital of Utah, and taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Fox.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. The Elita is out there with Holmes, and it's Barnes in at the small forward position. And for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert, and it's O'Neal in at the 3.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. But Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Mitchell, no good that time. Good D by Bogdanovich. And it's Sacramento's ball. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. The kick out to Barnes. No good with the triple. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Right side, Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. O'Neal with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
3 straight misses to begin the game. Not the start they were hoping for.
Here's Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans. Pass to Bielitsa. The tray. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And Holmes throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's O'Neal. The Kings getting the bucket, and it's Conley penetrating, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Mitchell, and the rejection by Holmes.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
And Fox gets it to go. Of course, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
Now Bogdanovich, following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. Holmes down low, defended by Gobert. Gobert with the defensive effort. Jazz trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
O'Neal passes to Gobert. Fox with the steal. To the inside. Here's Bogdanovich. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Barnes, following the miss by Donovan Mitchell.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Davis is checked in for Rudy Gobert. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for O'Neal. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Mitchell finds Clarkson. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. The pass to Joseph. Over Mudiay. Shot by Joseph. No good. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Jazz. Trailing here by 8. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
Now here's Bazemore following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. And the dunk by Len.
Oh my goodness, if that's the very definition of above the rim. Len showing terrific body control. What a punctuation.
Outside for Davis. Pass to Niang. Over Giles. Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang. And so it's the Sacramento Kings going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a proof. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Jazz. Clarkson is out there with Emmanuel Mudiay. Then there's Davis, and it's Joe Ingles, and it's Niang in at the 4-man position. The 3 from Joseph. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And this is a shot Corey Joseph didn't have in his arsenal early on, but a ton of work put in, and now he's effective from deep.
Oh, and here comes Joseph all alone. And the shot goes down. Joseph's got 5 now.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Buries it from 3-point range.
And that is what Hield does. This guy is a gunner and loves pulling the trigger from deep.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Outside, Joseph. Back to Hield, 6 to shoot. Bazemore on the wing. Ingles covering. Len's shot is off. And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doris, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical.
Passes it to Niang. There's the triple. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
On the wing, Barnes. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Barnes has got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Conley. Here's Gobert. Second chance shot, and the layup is good.
Well, Rudy Gobert with the size and length, a factor on the glass right now.
To the paint. It's stolen by Gobert. Conley with it. Now guarded by Fox. Here's Niang. From outside, off the mark. Sacramento leading by 13. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And that's the thing about Barnes. He doesn't always look like he's moving fast, but very few guys seem to catch him.
Clarkson gets to Conley. Back to Clarkson. High post, Gobert. Back to Clarkson. It's stolen by Hield. Parker drives in. Fox. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists tonight.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
That's why Gobert is such a high percentage scorer. He finds a way to finish with that great length.
And the dunk by Bielitsa.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Sunday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for their matchup with the Magic, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Mitchell against Bogdanovich. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Dishes to O'Neal. Pass to Conley. Ball's knocked loose. And the Jazz can't hang on to the ball. A different look for Utah. Ed Davis is checked in for George Niang. Joe Ingles comes in for O'Neal. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Fox passes to Barnes. Down low, here's Giles. And that one hits back iron.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Mudiay finds Davis. Back to Gobert. And he drops it in from the low post. Gobert's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, to me, it's critical that Mitchell continue to focus on hitting the guys who are open. We know he can score the ball.
And so it's the Sacramento. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. It's Sacramento with the advantage at the half. They are way out in front, leading by 17. And that's a...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Nice game, great performance by Nemanja Bjelica.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
On the floor for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Rashawn Holmes out there with Bielitsa, and it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Kings leading now by 17. Doris, what's the best combination of inside-outside basketball you see offensively now?
Well, 2 guys really come to mind immediately for me. It's Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, because both men can face up and knock down shots in a legitimate enough fashion that you've got to get out and contest those guys. But the other side of this is they can play in the post and be a legitimate back-to-the-basket force who you've got to guard with more than one guy. I mean, how exciting, Kevin, are Joel and AD to watch play?
They are thrilling. I would agree. And Bielitsa kicks to Bogdanovich from downtown, sinks the 3-pointer. Bogdanovich has got the first points of the second half here for the Kings. The Jazz working the ball around now. Conley gets the bucket.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Back to Fox. Bielitsa passes to Bogdanovich. 4 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Ingles. Here's O'Neal. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Fox. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Ingles. Banked in off the glass. Ingles has got 5 now.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
On the wing, Barnes. Guarded by O'Neal. Gobert with the block.
An intimidating force who continues to wipe away shots with ease. Go to work, Rudy Gobert.
Tries it from 9. Mitchell finds Gobert. Mitchell in the corner. O'Neal with it. Holmes on him. O'Neal misses. Sacramento leading by 17. Outside, Fox. Over Mitchell. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
He must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
Really good job to block out there. This is why you want to go put a body on someone when the shot goes up.
Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Alex Len's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Ken Bazemore comes in for Barnes. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joseph in for Fox. To the middle, here's Gobert. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Absolute power from Rudy Gobert. Terrific, out-muscling the defense.
And the Jazz with some changes. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for O'Neal. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Harry Giles is checked in for the Kings. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
There's the pass to Niang. And stolen by Bazemore. Finished off the break. Giles has got his first basket of the night.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Davis, knocked away. And there's another turnover by the Jazz.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Gobert. 2nd in field goal percentage, 4th in rebounding. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And you mentioned it, he's the 2nd best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot. 9 feet out. Offensive rebound. Parker. Here's Len. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 4 assists now tonight.
You must be confident in the jumper, and Alex Len letting it fly from the mid-range.
Clarkson kicks to Gobert. Fox against Mudiay. Parker with the steal. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Len, good.
Well, the defense committed to Parker, so he beats them with a pass. Beautifully done.
Here's Mudiay. Plays it up and banks it in.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
17 seconds left in the third. Now Fox. He's got 9. Kicks it to Hield. Pass to Parker. Over Ingles. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And so it's the Sacramento Kings with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has... Luke Walton had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Great job on defense, Chief.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Clarkson. Joe Ingles is out there with Davis. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Moutier in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Unloads from 9. Yes, that goes in.
I'm telling you this, if you leave one of Ingles' teammates open, Joe is going to find him.
And the dunk by Len.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. Count it good.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of move.
Barnes outside. It's stolen by Moutier. Here's Clarkson. The basket good off the assist from Moutier.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Down low, here's Len. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Gobert dishes to Ingles. Good on the triple. Ingles has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Fox passes to Hield. Over in the corner, Barnes. Back to Hield. Shot clock at 6. Here's Len. Gobert with the block, and he gets it back. Barnes looking around. Here's Hield. Here's Len. Missed it, even after all those chances. Moutier against Fox. Offensive rebound. Count that one, and the Kings lead has been cut to just 11 on the basket for Moutier.
Well, Emmanuel Moutier, that kind of shot will up your field goal percentage, gentlemen.
Here's Fox, and the layup is good. Doris, if you had to list a player with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind, James Harden, obviously, has been in the MVP race for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
Jazz trail by 13. To the inside, Davis. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 4th assist in this one. Hield against Clarkson. Hield kicks to Fox. Passes it to Giles. And foul. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. They're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Royce O'Neal comes in for Davis, and it's Conley in for Emmanuel Moutier. Sacramento with the ball. Kings leading now by 12. Outside Bogdanovich. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. The Jazz have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. O'Neal dishes to Clarkson. Off target with his 3.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
They get it back. Pass to Giles. Barnes outside. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
And there's the pass to Ingles. Fires from the wing. Barnes grabs the miss. Pass to Giles. Tries from 10. That's good on the jump shot.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Knocks it loose. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the match.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments.
It's NBA basketball on 2. Well, guys, great vision, David. Thank you. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. DeRozan out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Murray. Then it's White. And it's Walker in at the small forward. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Fox. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. That, in theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
Fox finds Bielitsa. The kick out to Barnes. Pass to Bogdanovich. Offline with his 3. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
And Greg, the foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
And when Poeltl sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
Now, here's Fox. Last game he had 28 points. Holmes with it. Poeltl's there. Shot from 12. Holmes passes to Bielitsa. And yes, it's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
DeJounte Murray played just one season at the University of Washington. He grew up in Seattle and went to Rainier Beach High School. It's actually the same high school that produced Jamal Crawford. And as a matter of fact, a lot of good players have come out of the Emerald City.
Now here's Walker. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. And here's Walker. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. 4 on the clock. Murray for 3. They get the rebound. And the dunk by Poeltl.
And Poeltl is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds because of his size, but just as important, his timing.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really like going at each other, don't they?
Boy, I tell you what, we've got a little bit of a personal rivalry brewing here, fellas.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Honey Hield, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. San Antonio also making some changes. Rudy Gay's checked in for Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. DeRozan's shot is off. The Kings trail by 8. Here's Fox. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Now Barnes. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And in Seattle, Murray recognized from a young age as a potential pro.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can identify those specially talented players, and his nickname was Baby Boy. And how about this, Kevin? Jamal Crawford has mentored DeJounte since the 6th grade. Those guys have exchanged text messages throughout that time. Jay Crossover, one of my favorites, on and off the court in the league, really has helped keep Murray on the right track.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Alex Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Harry Giles comes in for Bielitz, and Corey Joseph subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Spurs.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for Barnes.
Great rhythm to Gay's pull-up jumper. Boy, that thing is smooth.
Here's Hield. Pass to Giles. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Pass to Zeller. Inside, Bellinelli. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
On the wing, Bellinelli. Shoots over Bazemore. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The Kings have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Alex Len.
And the second free throw, good. Back to Mills. Good if it goes. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Giles is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Bazemore at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings.
You know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
Well, you were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
Parker right side over Gay. Parker's shot is off.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
Here's Giles. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
And you've got to be up on Hield, especially when he's beyond the arc. If not, he'll burn you.
Mills can't hit.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Joseph. DeRozan against Hield. DeRozan surveying the D. The feed to Bellinelli. Shot clock at 5. Outside DeRozan. Passes to Mills. They grab their own miss. And Gabe with the second chance points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Offensive rebound. Here's Giles. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one and has no one to blame but himself.
DeRozan in the corner. It's stolen by Hield. Here's Giles. Finished off the break. Giles has got 6.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's Gay over Parker. No good from Gay. To the paint. Parker's shot is off. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Spurs. They've led by as much as 10. Now the pass to Zeller. 1:52 left in the first half of the game. The putback, great positioning on the putback. Mills has got 7 now in this quarter.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
5 to shoot. Here's Parker. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Parker really adept in the post. Sees angles, reads defenses, does both of those very well inside.
Here's Mills. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Some changes for Sacramento. Bielitsa, he checks in for Giles. Barnes comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Fox in for Corey Joseph. Then for the Spurs, Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Derek White comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. Murray, good.
Murray showing you real poise that time, guys, converting on aggressive defense. The concentration, outstanding.
Oh, here's Parker. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. The Kings have shot 75% of the stripe, 6 of 8.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Alex Len's checked in for the Kings. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Buddy Hield. San Antonio also making some changes. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for DeRozan. And it's Bryn Forbes in for DeJounte Murray. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Spurs leading by 8. And stolen by Bielitsa. The Kings have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. Free throw good, Fox.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
Here is Forbes. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Well, with that stroke that Forbes has, I wouldn't be surprised if he was not.
And so it's San Antonio holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Look at Patty Mills. What a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs, Derek White is out there with Murray. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. Here's DeRozan. And growing up about 15 miles south of the... And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now, here's Walker. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Pass to Poeltl. Outside, Walker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately, came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Murray kicks to Poeltl. On the wing, DeRozan. And it's Fox with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Beyond the arc. That shot off. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. White finds DeRozan. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Spurs lead by 8.
Well, that's a signature move from DeRozan, guys. Gets up ahead of steam, then finishes strong. Boy, I like that aggressiveness. Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. Outside DeRozan. The baseline J. Here's Poeltl. Out to White. The 3. It's good from long range. White's got 5 points so far.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
1:49 left in the third quarter. Outside, Walker. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Sacramento. The Spurs also changing it up. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
Tell you what, I don't know of anybody more aggressive at attacking the basket than DeRozan. A lot of his points come off the drive.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Walker dishes to Forbes. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And as a spot-up shooter, guys, Forbes is right there amongst the best in the league, and his movement is what separates him from many. And he gets those chances, he'll convert.
Now here's Hield. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by DeRozan. Walker goes in, and he comes up with the deuce. Walker's got the lead up to 12 now for the Spurs.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Fox. The kick out to Barnes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for him.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Mills. It's good on the putback. And the Spurs lead by 12.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Down low, 4 seconds left, and the layup is up and in. Mills has got 4 points this quarter.
Hey, listen up now. Let me give you one word about Mills tonight. Indefatigable. That means he never runs out of energy.
And so it's San Antonio enjoying a 12. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Parker out there with Alex Len, and it's Fox in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. 5 on the clock. Sinks that one from the post. Fox has got 10 points here in the second half.
Man, he's got it going now. And when he's in this kind of a zone, boy, he's fun to watch.
Here's Gay. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Clark, a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Rebounded by the Spurs. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And some changes here for the Kings. Giles checked in for Parker. And it's Bogdanovich in for Hield. San Antonio also making some changes. Derek White comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. Now here's Gay. Dishes it to Pirtle. Shot from 12. Tries again. Gay passes to Forbes. And Murray now top of the key. Clock at 6. And it's Murray with the jam.
Murray is a spectacular talent. And when he gets going, watch out.
Fox finds Barnes, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And Barnes is a high flyer now, a huge target to throw to when he's sizing up that alley-oop.
Murray dishes to White. Back to Murray, fires the 3. Rebound by the Kings.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Stolen by Gay. Barnes against White. Murray outside. Again, the miss by Murray. The Kings trail by 12. Bobbed up there for Barnes. Fox kicks to Giles. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Pirtle. That's foul number 2 for him. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Bielitsa comes in for Giles. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Now, here's Bielitsa. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Barnes against Walker. Over Barnes. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Spurs lead by 12.
So good seeing Pirtle attack the glass, especially when he goes for the putback jam.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Kings. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Now here's White. Pass to Gay. Back to White. He kicks it to Walker. And he banks in the layup.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Spurs.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Jakob Poeltl.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with the fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Now here's White, and they pick up 2.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Barnes, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And over time, because Barnes has become more efficient as a shooter, he's also become better with the shot fake, more effective with it. Once he has you in the air, the rest is elementary.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Trains the three-pointer. Walker's got the lead up to 14 now for San Antonio.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, one of the things you have to do is know yourself, and Yogi Ferrell really knows his game. He's a shoot-first point guard who wants to keep getting better in that position.
Outside, Walker. Back to Mills. Outside, Walker. Yep, it's good.
Well, you look at Mills and the kind of...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and
in your face.
You play 2K.
All the time.
You act.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't.
looking down upon the Tower Bridge. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. As you look at Memphis, they're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And checking out Sacramento, a couple spots below.
And for the Grizzlies, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, but they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3. And for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes, and it's Barnes in at the small forward position.
And the work ethic that Morant has sets him up nicely. Make no mistake, this guy wants to be an all-time great.
Here's Fox. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of runs themselves.
Just 5 to shoot. Tries it from 19. Hits the front of the rim and out. Bogdanovich against Brooks. Holmes. Brooks grabs the board.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
And staying with the play, Valanciunas.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
Fox looking it over. And the rejection by Jackson. Takes it from 10, and it's Brooks that time on the assist by Anderson.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And Holmes throws it down.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You gotta love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And Memphis owing a pick to Boston. Rumor was they hoped it would convey this summer rather than rolling over to the 2020 draft.
Moving up to number 2, not a bad outcome with a potential star in Ja Morant. They've got another key player for their rebuild.
Stolen by Jackson. Morant passes to Brooks. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Outside, Fox. Barnes left side. Outside, Bogdanovich. Back to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Bielitsa finds Fox. And he lays it straight in. Fox has got 6. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. Memphis moving that ball around. Back to Brooks. Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. The Grizzlies 4th.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
Bazemore on the wing. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. The pass to Len. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Both good from the line that time. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Yeah, not a fan of moral victories, but that game in a lot of ways was a confidence booster for them because they really didn't have it that night and yet still had a chance.
It's a testament to their character. They never gave up and fought their way back into it. They have to be happy with that at least.
Outside Joseph. Pass to Giles. And that one is hammered home.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
Here's Hield. And the layup's good off the glass.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now here's Jang. No points in the game yet for him. And now Sacramento on the break. Picked off in midair. Clark, the pass to Melton. Back to Clark. And another miss by Memphis.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
The Grizzlies trail by 4.
Kings foul.
The Grizzlies have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Hield right side. And here's Bazemore. Gets it off. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 1 quarter in the books. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Jabari Parker is out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Len in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Count it. Hield's got the lead up to 4 now for Sacramento.
He always has the green light to take those kinds of shots because he is absolutely lethal from there.
Allen kicks to Clark. Jang inside, guarded by Len. Back to Clark. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now here's Parker. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Bazemore dishes to Parker. And the rejection by Jang. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Pass to Melton. Shooting foul as the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And the first one drops. And it's tied up with that one. And it's Sacramento's ball. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that'll be the fourth of this 5-game homestand. Here's Hield. It doesn't go for him. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Brooks outside. Memphis moving that ball around. Inside. And there's Valanciunas on the assist by Brooks. Valanciunas has got his second bucket of the night.
He usually shoots a high percentage in the paint, and on that play, Valanciunas got it done.
That's a 2 from Hield. Again, the miss by the Kings. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. We're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work. And when he was younger, Jaren Jackson said he was more passive offensively. Playing on talented teams, he focused on defense. Now he is expanding his game.
Here's Parker. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Valanciunas. Pass to Brooks. Now here's Morant. Guarded by Fox. And it's Morant missing. And as Jackson looks to be more aggressive offensively, Smitty, what do you think is next for him?
I think for him, more turnovers than assists. He's got to improve his playmaking and recognition. Mostly a straight line driver, but in time, I think he'll have it more on a string and make better decisions.
Now here's Valanciunas. Following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Brooks lays it up off the glass. Brooks has got 4 points this quarter.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Bielitsa with the bucket.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
And stolen by Barnes. And now Sacramento on the break. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
To the inside. Wants to get it to Bielitsa, and does. The kick out to Fox. Barnes outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hield with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Got a piece of it. Outside Jackson. Now here's Morant. Defense right on him. And there's the pass to Bielitsa. Oh, the lob to Parker. Stolen by Jackson. To the right side. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. He kicks to Valanciunas. Out to the right wing. Here's Morant. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Morant's got 8 points.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Outside, Fox. Pass to Bielitsa. Stolen. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Here's Jackson. Poked away. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Memphis out in front.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points. And that'll do it for...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Memphis leading. Kicking off the second half. Here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and...
He went
That was nice. You got to close off those avenues to Morant. Once he gets in one, he is focused on dropping the hammer.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And there's Jackson on the assist by Morant. Jackson's got his first 2 points of the night.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Brooks covering. Here's Holmes, and Holmes throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Out to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Holmes. The Kings trail by 4. Here's Barnes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Barnes has got his first points of the game.
Pure hustle from Barnes in transition there. The way he runs the floor is a thing of beauty.
Here's Anderson, and he gets it to go.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Here's Fox. And the 3 off target. Memphis leading by 4. And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his permanent numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Here's Jackson. They get it again. And staying with the play, Valanciunas. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Stolen by Brooks. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. And the rejection by Holmes. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Sacramento making some changes. Harry Giles is checked in for Bielitsa. Ken Bazemore comes in for Barnes. And Corey Joseph subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Sacramento making a switch here. Allen's checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Allen's checked in. Stolen by Allen. One-on-one here. That one goes. Count it.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Clark. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
1:57 left in the third. Here's Giles. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Pass to Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
And Joseph kicks it to Bazemore. Looking to end the run. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, reasons why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you're seeing this team night in and night out. They know your plays. You know their plays. It comes down to just execution, and you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And stolen by Bazemore. Joseph, the pass to Giles. And he makes good on the layup. Giles has got his second basket of the night.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Joseph against Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Joseph. That shot off. And it's Memphis the other way.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Allen against Joseph. And that one, good. Allen's got 4 points in the quarter.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim and making a play.
Out left to the wing. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Morant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
The explosiveness on the drive. Morant just attacks the D with aggression.
And the Kings making a change here. And so he makes both from the line. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the court for Sacramento. Fox at the point with Heel to his side. They're the backcourt. Rashawn Holmes out there with Giles, and it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Heel finds Barnes. Right side, Fox passes it to Giles. Good ball movement here by the Kings. And here's Barnes for 3. It's Clark with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Here's Morant.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
That's good from Morant. Bielitsa, he's checked in for the Kings. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Healed against Anderson. Healed with the bucket.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And also a lot of skill. This is exactly the type of thing you practice for over and over again.
Here's Morant. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 13 now for Memphis.
Just love the way Valanciunas is outworking the defenders to get that rebound and finish the trip with a slam.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. Healed with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And the dunk by Bielitsa.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Now, here's Valanciunas. 3-pointers off the mark. To the inside. Healed. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist in this one. 3-pointer. Brooks connects from 3-point range. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
There's the pass to Morant. Valanciunas in the high post. It's Morant in the corner. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Sacramento's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Now Fox. Pass to Holmes. On the wing, Barnes. 6 to shoot. Over Anderson. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Barnes.
Barnes is just so well developed from anywhere on the floor.
Pass to Anderson. Brooks dishes to Anderson. Brooks kicks to Anderson. Brooks the pass to Anderson. Back to Brooks to the wing right side. Passes it to Anderson. It's Brooks on the wing, covered by Heel. Brooks misses. Kings have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Now the pass to Bielitz. Outside, Fox. Pass to Holmes. Lets the three fly. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant with it. Back to Brooks from the arc. Barnes grabs the miss. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Hield can't hit.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Brooks, left side. He dishes it to Morant. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Brooks. Connects on the 17-footer. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Fox finds Barnes. And the three off target. 20 seconds left in the game. Here's Anderson, puts the move on. Valanciunas passes to Morant. From the wing. No good off the front iron. And here we go, fast break. Barnes has got it. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Sacramento with the ball. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Substitution on the court.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very...
successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay. All right. That's it. That's payback. That's we're good. We're good. The game can end. Oh!
Sacramento, California. Well, we get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Utah. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, the Kings, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And I think for the Jazz, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Yeah, they'll be there in the playoffs. I'm sure of that. It's just a matter of how high they'll be seeded.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. And for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Holmes in at the center, locking down the middle. So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Tipped away. It's stolen by Ingles. And tonight, a battle of offenses that can really stretch defenses thin, Chris, as a former post player. Talk about the advantages of being surrounded by great shooters.
Well, you want to get doubled. I mean, it's the best of both worlds. You can be as aggressive as you want early or late to score as much as you can. Why? Because you want that defense to try to stop you, because when they do, you just get it out to wide open shooters that can knock it down. And when you get double teamed, you know, even the hockey assist or the direct assist to a cat can really get their rhythm going. And then you put the defense in a quandary. A catch-22. Do they stop you? Do they go to the shooters? And when you get the defense kind of thinking off balance like that, you start to have fun when you add back cuts, alley-oops, spin moves, dunks, driving to the hole, shooters. It turns into a fun game that way.
A lot of options, you're right. Mitchell's shot is good.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Count that one.
And you can see the comfortable level Bogdanovich has. I mean, close to the rim, he knows he has the touch.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Bielitsa misses.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Mitchell dishes to O'Neal. Nifty move. And that's 2 points on the layup. O'Neal's got his second bucket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Fox kicks to Barnes. Ingles with the rebound. Utah leading by 6. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Well, when you think about the Kings, you know they are going to let it fly. The team is loaded up on players deadly from outside. They've adapted and embraced the long ball there.
And the shooting with this Kings team last season, Chris, a major strength, as you said.
Yeah, and their whole offense has benefited from it, Kevin. I mean, they were 4th in the league in 3-pointers last year. Finding points won't be a problem for the Kings going forward.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Alex Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Harry Giles comes in for Bielitsa. Fields checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joseph in for Fox. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to New Orleans. Healed against Moutier. The kick out to Barnes. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Rise and fire. I mean, this is the mindset of Barnes. You can see why with these.
Outside, Davis. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ice ball movement by Utah. Shot clock at 6. Here's Clarkson. Makes it off the glass.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row. in the paint.
Hield kicks to Joseph. Back to Hield. Launches a three. And Davis pulls it down. Utah leading by 4. And here's Moutier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. Barnes can't get it to go.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Moutier pass to Niang. Land against Davis. Back to Moutier. And the pass to Davis. Kicks to Moutier. It's hauled in by the Kings. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. Hield with the bucket.
You know, he's so quick on the drive. Blasting through the defense. Easily getting all the way to the cup.
Moutier against Joseph. And the whistle blows as the basket counts in a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now here's Hield. Shoots over Clarkson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
See right.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Jazz lead by 5. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Well, I love the ball movement so far, G.A. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Jordan Clarkson. Gobert is out there with Davis. And there's Emmanuel Moutier. And it's Niang in at the small forward. Len, good.
This is the attitude Parker plays with. Someone who's very willing to give it up to his open guys.
Pass to Niang. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Clarkson against Hield. And it's Joseph in the corner. Here's Bazemore. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And don't leave out his rebounding, Kev. I mean, he had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
And that one's good by Davis.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 7-point differential. Here's Joseph. Rebound, Utah. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Sacramento making some changes. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Len. Bielitsa comes in for Hield. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Joseph. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Gobert. Royce O'Neal comes in for George Niang. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Clarkson. And Mike Conley subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier. Now, here's Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans.
And, you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys.
Bielitsa. And a miss there on the triple. Utah leading by 7. Outside for Davis. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Passes it to O'Neal. Back to Mitchell. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
Uses the glass. glass to finish the layup. O'Neal's got the lead back up to 10 now for Utah.
give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense is creating some great opportunities.
And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
Now here's Parker. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. The offensive rebound, Holmes. Fox looking it over. Pass to Parker. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Holmes, good.
Beautiful dime from Parker. I mean, a team player who you can depend on to make the right play.
Conley against Fox. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Here's Mitchell. Jabari Parker making his last shot. Lets it go with a 3. O'Neal misses.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Here's Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Holmes throws it down.
Oh, yeah, we've seen the evolution of Fox as a passer. And with every pass like that, it's obvious how far he's come.
Here's Mitchell. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Mitchell's got the lead up to 12 now for the Jazz. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fox finds Parker. Back to Fox. Fires from the corner, and Davis pulls it down. Utah's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Mitchell, he just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Goes up off the inbound, and Holmes throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Ingles can't get it to go. Oh, the lob to Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
A threat to throw it down on the alley. Parker's size and sense of timing.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 17 points and 2 assists. And that'll do it for our half.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bialich, and it's Holmes in at the pivot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. Gets it down to single digits. And it's 6 points for Harrison Barnes. Some people have already predicted future MVPs. Is there a surprise name that you think could win that MVP award, Chris, down the road?
Oh, I think there are a few surprises. I mean, we can go young with young guys like Trae Young or Luka Doncic. We can go with guys that we expect to do it, like Anthony Davis, who it just seems like he's just biting at the bit. There's a few young Celtics. There's a few young Lakers that in a few years you never know what they could do, especially the ones that are playing with great guys and watching their practice habits, game habits, stealing their recipes or stealing what they eat before the game and their health-wise. So many guys right now that are going to be in that second tier coming up. It's going to be fun to watch their growth.
It will.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Right side, Bogdanovich. Takes a 3. Ingles with the rebound. Ingles has got his 4th rebound in this one. O'Neal passes to Mitchell. It's number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with the defensive.
Barnes can't get it to go. Enzo Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. They've led by as many as 14 points. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
In the corner, O'Neal with it. Offline with his 3. The Kings trail by 5. Outside, Fox. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Fox has got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Chris, when Bielitsa is on the floor, he certainly gives this offense a different look.
Yeah, Bielitsa does a fantastic job spreading the floor and opening the lanes for the rest of the team. He doesn't have to play 30 minutes to make his impact felt out there on the floor. Just key stretches to free things up.
Bogdanovich wide open, and it's all evened up. Bogdanovich has got his 2nd basket of the game.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
True, but we'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you got to give them credit for coming back.
Now, here's Bielitsa. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Fox kicks to Bogdanovich. Barnes outside. For the lead. Fox. Rebounded by the Jazz. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 21 in the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
A 3 from Bogdanovich. And another 3 for Sacramento.
The 3-point shot is wet. Bogdanovich looking calm, cool, and collected whenever he pulls up from there.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Oh, just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Lenz checked in for Bielitsa. Buddy Hield comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joseph in for De'Aaron Fox.
We often highlight Barnes' athleticism. You can see why on plays like that.
Clarkson on the wing. And he banks in the layup.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Giles. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Len up top. On the wing, Barnes. Ingles covering. Barnes can't get it to go.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Moutier, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Count that bucket.
He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his offense has returned.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to get the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Giles. Hield outside. Harrison Barnes getting it done for the Sacramento Kings. What a... Luke Walton had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Stop. Hey, we want to play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Moutier. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Joe Ingles. And it's Niang in at the power forwards position. Holmes can't get it to go in. Jazz trail by 3. And Gobert kicks to Clarkson. The rebound by Hield. Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Fox. Got it. Good job in the low post. Fox has got the lead up to 5 now for the Kings.
Oh, he's a crafty offensive talent. I mean, Fox can really make defenders pay around the rim.
Ingles passes to Moutier. Down low. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Holmes. On the wing, Hield. He's covered by Clarkson.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, the new arena for the Kings looks amazing, C-Webb. Just how much has this meant to the city?
Oh, it means so much to the city, GA. I mean, ownership has been wonderful. It keeps the team here long-term. It's revitalized the whole downtown. And Sacramento is a city that has thrived with the addition of this arena.
Bielitsa, who checks in for Sacramento.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Out to Conley to tie it up. Good on the three-point shot. And it's a tie ball game.
Oh, man, the timing, the precision. Conley is ready to fire as soon as the ball hit his hands.
Fox dishes to Barnes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 6 assists now in the game.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Now Barnes, following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
Now, here's Fox. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Embracing the spotlight. When it's a big possession, it's fun seeing Fox come alive and deliver.
Inside, Mitchell, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
To the left side wing. Fox passes to Holmes. The kick out to Barnes. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Barnes has got 19 points.
Look at the fortitude on Barnes. They've got to give him a bucket here. He wants to be the one to get it for him. No fear at all.
Count that one, and the Sacramento lead has been cut back down to 2 at those points for Mitchell.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Niang passes to Gobert. Conley's shot is off.
I don't think the D does good enough here. But something causes the miss.
Hield kicks to Bielitsa. Back to Hield. The pass to Holmes. Over in the corner, Barnes. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Now it's a 6-point Kings lead.
Oh, you love seeing this from Barnes. When he's being aggressive on offense, he's capable of owning games.
Here's Niang. That shot, no good. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Here's Hield. Banked in off the glass. Hield's got the lead up to 8 now for the Kings.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Sacramento now. Puts it up off the inbound, and he sinks the layup.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Conley gets the bucket.
And look at the calm attitude of Conley. Amazing at staying in control and coming through in the clutch.
The kick out to Fox. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
I mean, like the kick out there, recognizing there's more room outside than inside.
And the baseline jumper, no good. So the Kings win it. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah,